Well, fishing and boating is as popular as ever, and you only have to go down to your local boat ramp to see all the new flash boats and the technology and equipment that they're now running on board. Just like this one here, where we've got 3 really important and new and exciting bits of technology up the front. So what I thought we'd do today is chat about that technology and discuss what it's used for, does it work, and more importantly, is it worth having on your boat? Well, the first bit of kit that I'm going to have a look at is this right here. This is my bow-mounted electric motor, and I'm just playing around with the handheld controller there. What these are designed to do is allow you to have full control over your boat without having to use the outboard engine. So I can drive like I am right now just with the use of a handheld controller, and you'll notice how quiet and stealthy it is. But I can also press that button there and I can electrically anchor myself here for hours at that, and it will hold me here to about 1 foot of where I press that button, which is really handy. So if you were to ask me, is this bit of kit worth it? Absolutely. This is the first thing I'm putting on my boat if I were to get a brand new boat. It means I don't need an anchor or a rope. I certainly have one on the boat. I need that for safety reasons, but it means I don't have to get it out every time I want to stop somewhere for a swim or to have a fish. And it's really handy when you're navigating around different structures. So this is the electric motor. You might see a lot of these on people's boat, and in my opinion, they're definitely worth it. Now, the second bit of technology that I want to have a look on this boat is this right here. This is our sonar unit. I've got 2 of them on this boat. And what they're designed to do is give us a bunch of insights and data depending on what waterway that we're on. So they've got inbuilt charts and maps on them, which gives us a ton of information around the different contour depths, the topography, the different rivers and creeks, and it just allows you to see a waterway on this screen before you get on there, which is really handy. The second thing they allow us to do is to see what's going on beneath the water. They show us structure through their sonar technology, fish, weed beds, logs, you name it. And they also tell us things like water temperature, depth, a range of different pieces of information. Whether or not you need one or not, though, is completely up to what you're into doing when you're out on the water. I'm heavily into my fishing, and every time I go fishing, I use this. So if that's you, then 100% you need one of these when you're out on the water. However, if you only fish every now and then, or you just like taking the boat out with your family and friends, having a bit of a swim and exploring the waterways, then you could probably get away with an entry-level unit. I do encourage you to have something like this on your boat. Like I said, those maps are a really good safety tool, but there's plenty of different units you can choose from, and it's up to you to choose the one that best suits your needs. Now, the final bit of equipment on this boat, the final piece to the puzzle, is this pole right here. And this is my active target pole, and what it is utilizing live technology. It's sending a sonar beam out into the water and giving us instant feedback as to any structure or fish that might be in front of us. Now, you can already tell by that description that this is a very specialized piece of equipment and really only reserved for those anglers or fishers that are really trying to hone their craft and catch more fish. This certainly is not a piece of technology that I would advise for someone who's just getting into the sport or just wants to go out on the boat with their family and friends and enjoy what places like this have to offer. I personally love using it, but I've been fishing for a few years now, and that's up to you to ask whether or not you need something like this on your boat. But the good news is, next time you see something like this, you know what it's used for. Well, there you have it. There's a bit of a run through on some of the technology we're starting to see on boats these days, and some things you need to consider as to whether or not you might be in the market for one. The good thing about boating is it's different for everyone, and that is why we love it. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go spend the afternoon throwing a few lures around and hopefully catch myself a fish. Let's go.